Hey there, friend. Hey there, hi there, ho there. Remember, I for 1 week I said we're gonna try a new intro every week. That lasted one time. So I did. Oh, yeah, they said we're gonna ship it. Now I'm a little concerned. When I get the email and I click the link and I go to the Apple whatever page for my account, it shows why? Hmm, that's weird. Well, I've been doing this myself the whole time. Very interesting. Hmm. Well, it shows my VU meters are going for you. Maybe we need to stop everything and start over again. This doesn't make sense. Let me go into my advanced settings while everybody waits, and we will see if we can get to the bottom of this. I I must tell the audience I am growing very weary of trying to troubleshoot this all the time. I think I found the problem.
I think
So
they.
why don't tell you what? Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to start not the stream. We're gonna do the intro again. And Nate, you're just gonna have to trim it this
Well,
week.
okay.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
confirm
False
that they
alarm,
can hear us.
everybody.
Let's
Can everybody hear me? Oh, Wes has joined in and he can hear me. We've got all, of course, when we get all the viewers and my audio doesn't work, we've got Todd, Chelsea, Isla, Chelsea's mom, Berta, chiming
oh,
in, and Wes. So,
so everybody's there. What do you
yeah,
think of my idea?
I say we just go with it. You know what?
Okay,
We've had
fine.
worse things happen.
Have we? All
Yes.
right. Well, pretend, pretend, ladies and gentlemen, there's a white screen with a wonderful logo. The music comes in. Nate says, "Welcome to the Not Nerd Podcast." And then I slowly fade in, and here we are.
Yes,
And scene.
and seen. And yes, I asked him, he got his notification about his new iPhone coming in.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. My new iPhone should be here next Monday. So hopefully at this time, it'll all be set up and ready to go next Monday when we do our podcast, and then I can hold it up to you and
Yes.
show you exactly what you've been seeing for the past week and a half.
Yes, yes, indeed. I tell you, and I will tease that Wes, Dave, and I got together to do a little video shoot. And using my phone, we went to a pumpkin patch this weekend. I was able to get some amazing photos. I've watched a bunch more reviews. This iPhone 15 Pro Max, beautiful battery life. It's great. But all that, let's get into our normally scheduled stuff, and I will. Another Temu purchase. I don't know if I um, teased this one when I showed off my IP and pools mid episode a couple weeks back, but this
I
is
think maybe you
my,
talked about it, but you didn't
yeah,
show
it's
it.
my freak in the sheets, Excel sheets, that is.
Yeah, I'm a little. Oh, yeah, sorry, here. Yeah. There's the full screen effect for those of you watching at home. Freaks in the Sheets, and it's got an Excel logo and
Yes.
of course Excel for those.
Officially licensed, I'm sure, on
Yeah,
Temu.
Excel, if you don't know, is a spreadsheet program for those
Yeah.
two people in the world who don't know that.
And I magically picked this hat because I think, based on our pre-show conversation, we may be talking about Timu later in the episode as well.
Mm,
The,
excellent.
again, the Timu hats, the quality not quite there. It's got like a little lean to it. I don't know, but hey, for a buck 41 or whatever it was
How in the
with
world?
free shipping, it is insane. But let us get into some follow up. Oh, I love that. Love that tune.
It's a
Um,
nice one.
I heard this quote on the during Fireball, the talk show podcast, and they brought up something. We were talking about the transition from the old super wide 30-pin connector to Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, Phil Schiller, one of the VPs at Apple, said it would be the connector for the next decade. And that was the iPhone 5 in 2012. So it was 11 years, but they knew that Lightning wouldn't last forever, and now we're on USB-C, which is great, except for we now live in a mixed household where my wife and daughter's devices have Lightning and I have USB-C, but the battery life on the thing is so good, it's not like I'm constantly looking for a charge
Well, you know
cable.
what you need to do? You have two choices, or one choice. You either get rid of the wife and daughter, or you get rid
Oh,
of their devices that don't have USB Type C.
whew, I'm
It's
gonna
a
have to
tough one.
ponder on that one for a
Hmm.
while. That's a tough call. I do not know the answer to that. But we've talked about iOS 17, iPad OS 17, all that stuff coming out. But last week, macOS Sonoma came out, which is the new version of the operating system for Macs. Now, I was looking through the feature list, and there wasn't a lot of things that jumped out at me on Apple's site, but I decided to upgrade anyways. I have had zero issues since updating. But I did find an article from Mac Rumors, which does some great stuff. But it's 50 new features and changes we're checking out. Now, I looked through the 50. There's about three that actually really pertain to me. They did a lot of changes. One of the things that I haven't tried out yet is the Safari profiles. Safari
Mm.
was the last web browser on the face of the earth to have user profiles. Have you been checking it out?
I use it on my iPad because my iPad was using
Oh, yeah.
the beta. So on my phone and on my iPad, I use Safari because every web browser on those devices anyway is Safari. They just
Yeah.
have put a wrapper around them. Um, but on my Mac, I still use Firefox, which has profiles too.
Yes. Yes.
Sadly, they don't synchronize with the profiles that I can find on
Oh,
my iOS devices.
fun. But yeah, there is some good stuff in there. And this article in the show notes is really good. The Safari profiles, they did a bunch of stuff with FaceTime and presenting things that looks really cool. I just don't do a lot of FaceTime and presenting on my computer. But yeah, we could bore you all to death with these 50 features, but go check out the article. And I give you the approval to update if you're looking to do that because it seems really stable and it doesn't seem like there was a whole lot of revolutionary changes to the operating system. It was more features, it
All
seemed
right.
like, on
Well,
this
you
one.
gave me permission. Here we
Yes,
go.
update and let's pause the
Ah,
episode
just
for
kidding.
the next half an hour.
Yeah,
Uh,
fun.
Yes. So a lot of people have asked me, and it's been all over the news about the new iPhones overheating. They just get too hot. The Pro phones. I Mine's gotten a little bit warm. It hasn't been bad, but Apple did finally come out and make a statement, say that they did find a bug in iOS that was causing some of the phones to overheat. There was a couple apps that were having issues, like Instagram and
Surprise.
Forza Racing. A couple apps, there was something that was triggering something, but
Hmm.
it hasn't been an issue for me. But of course, we always have to have the new iPhones are the worst. This is a disaster thing, and
They
that
sure
seems
are.
to be the main one. But hopefully, that update will take care of things, and everything will be okay.
I sure hope so.
Yes, yes, and it's the end of an era. I swear we talked about this like a year or two ago, but
Hasn't this been done before?
I thought they had, but Netflix has shipped its last DVD. Now I know we've had a story about this thing, and maybe they had canceled their plans, and there was some person that had prepaid for 2 years or something. But
Who
oh,
knows?
and Chris has joined us as well in the live chat on YouTube, which you should be doing Monday night, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Um, he asked if I'd tried breaking my new phone yet, and no, I have not. And
I
actually,
haven't been allowed to touch it.
You did briefly touch it when we were together the other day, and but we were extra careful so you didn't drop it. But I actually saw Consumer Reports. They have an actual like controlled force facility where they have this tumbler where they tumble phones and a bend test, and they tested it out fine. So I
Hmm.
am not going to try to break my phone, although I do have Apple Care Plus, so I could take it and get a new one, but just not worth it. And I think that one is a bit of a nothing burger as well. But yeah, Netflix, no more DVDs, Dave.
Oh wow. I'm how else am I going to get these movies and rip them to my Plex server if I don't get them through there? There's no other
Yes,
way.
yes, but so it, its day was due, long overdue, and
I
would be
can't believe it
interesting
took
to
this
talk
long.
to some of those people that the last, I don't know if the article found tracked down any subscribers still getting DVDs, but
We need to go to the last Blockbuster.
yes, yes, I have been there, but it's been a few years.
Hmm.
Over in Bend, Oregon, the last living Blockbuster. Oh, and I will make just a quick note that we're recording this on the second Wednesday. Google is having their fall event. We've had Amazon. We'll talk about Facebook in a bit. We had Apple. We had Microsoft and Google. They should be releasing their new Pixel 8 phones, I believe. Which again, if you're going to use Android, the Pixel phones are great devices. But I'm sure we will have some coverage on that next week. But if you're a huge Google Pixel fan, tune in on Wednesday, wherever it's shown on the World Wide Webs, and find out what they announce.
Enhance. I got to look at this fingernail. Why is the red part of the fingernail so far above the nail bed?
I
What is happening there?
and Chris did say he's getting a little echo when you display the browser.
Hmm.
Voice doubling on Nate when you cut to showing the web screen.
Hmm. That could be because Nate is loud.
Yeah,
So
this is
I
true.
have a
I'm
uh,
so
I have
loud
a
that I
solution. There we
echo
go.
through the internet.
Is the echo gone, I hope?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares about quality these days. I hear
Yes.
people listening to music on their phone on the subway, just
Yeah.
speaker blaring. Nobody
Yes.
cares. Nobody can
Todd
afford
did
headphones.
agree with you. What on earth is that fingernail? That seems like if you're going for the yes. Chelsea chimes in as a female voice. The fingernail's grown out since the fake nail was put on. I don't know why they use that for the ad. Hilarious.
Yeah,
And she
gross
said the
too.
echo is better. One thing, speaking of listening to music on your phones, the sound on both the regular 15s and 15 Pros, I've heard some people say is improved this year. They've got better speakers, especially they've really upgraded the normal ones. But again, how
Nope.
often you need that, I don't know.
We've got some action
Oh,
on
driveway
the driveway
cam?
cam. Here
Stop
we go.
everything. Oh,
We got the wife.
did you let her know that?
We don't. We didn't discuss it.
Yes,
Um,
yes. And we do have some rain today, which I believe when I was talking to my dad and my brother yesterday, they had all kinds of getting ready for winter plans and said, it's great because the next 10 days are going to be dry. And then we get a lot of rain today.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's
why I
hard
don't
to
do things outside.
it's hard to enjoy my fire pit right outside my door here, which I have been doing as the weather's been getting
Yes.
colder. But when it's raining, I don't have a cover or anything. It just rains right on me, so that's a bummer. I wonder
Now,
if they've had the technology to put fireplaces inside.
ooh, I don't know. Now, it would be great for ratings. It wouldn't be great for your wife or your vehicle. But if there was a car accident that would happen to happen as we're watching her back out of the driveway, so maybe a friend of the show could just drive by your short little street at 45 miles per hour as she's pulling out, because that would get us ratings.
That'd be
And that's what
phenomenal.
we're all about. Yes. Yes, indeed. But yeah, so the Maiden Google event on the 4th.
Oh
Do you,
yes.
I mean, I, again, we have not heard from a single listener that uses an Android phone. Now, my mother-in-law, who's downstairs watching with the girls, I believe she does have an Android phone, but she is not a regular listener. But yeah, I think we converted Chris to iPhone, and everybody else I know has iPhones. So the Android stuff, it's like people do have them, but I don't know those people.
I know one person who swears by it.
Yes.
She and her husband, but
Yes, I know a few as well, but I don't invite them. I don't tell them about the podcast because they don't want to learn how to tech better if they're using Android, right? Is that how it goes?
I think maybe that is correct, but I am not going to jump on that bandwagon.
Well, you know what I know is correct. Dave's pro tip of the week.
Yes. And as part of my pro tip, let's just take a look to
I'm
see.
I'm crossing my fingers to
Oh,
see.
it's a
Oh,
balmy 62 degrees in Melbourne and
yes.
drizzling. The weather is actually better there than it is here. So that's not
Oh,
my tip. That's just
well, your
an
tip,
update.
we might
Mm.
have to do a little bit of live marriage counseling. Chris says he cannot convert his wife to the iPhone.
Oh, let's drop everything. Let's forget the tip here.
So sit down on the couch, Chris,
Mm.
lay back and tell us of your problems. That's
Hmm.
whew.
Well, the first thing you got to do is admit there's a problem,
Yes.
and then you ask her to fix it. Now,
Yes.
I'm not a counselor, but what would happen if her phone fell from a very high place?
Mm,
But then I'm thinking you'd probably have to buy another one.
yes.
Then
What
you're double out of it.
a double Android. Yeah, it's I just
Mm.
couldn't imagine being a two iPhone family that well, technically three iPhone, four iPhones at the moment, but just
I stopped counting.
the interactivity with AirDrop and shared photo albums and all that stuff, it'll make your marriage better if she switches to iPhone.
I know what to do. Back in my days of
Yes.
selling drugs, you give them a taste. So what you do, what you do is you sign her up for an iCloud account and say, look, this is just so you can see my pictures. Go to iCloud.com, sign into your iCloud account, and then you can see all the photos and she'll see how wonderfully designed everything is and how well it works. And she'll be like, what if I had this in my pocket at all times?
Yes.
Yeah, so there you go. There's the Dave's pro tip of the week.
Hmm.
But
And I am
wait.
getting a notice that we have poor stream health
Oh,
going
because
to
it's
YouTube.
well, it's probably going over Wi-Fi again because that's not something I checked. But I'm not touching it. As soon as I touch
So,
anything, it
yeah,
breaks, ladies and gentlemen. So
I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, so back to your pro tip of the week,
yeah, so my
Dave.
pro tip of the week. I take a lot of video on my phone, and
Yes.
I'm kind of sad that this has been here the whole time I've been using iOS 17, and I didn't really know about it till now. I knew about it, but I didn't know how to turn it on. I thought it wasn't a feature for my phone because I couldn't find it. And the reason you
Uh,
can't find it because it's buried about 9,000 levels deep in the
yes.
settings. It had nothing to do with my model of phone. So I'm talking about white balance lock. Now, traditionally, you could get your phone. There's the big square that shows up, and if you tap and hold, it'll lock focus. It'll lock white balance. You can adjust the brightness with the little slider that's gone away. I can't see it right here. So that was it. And for people who are semi-professional videographers that use their phone, it's a terrible. It's like, oh, you're doing your thing and you lock it and it's like, well, but I don't want focus to lock. I just want the white balance to lock. And so you undo it and then it like turns all yellow and then focuses and then you lock it again and now everything is yellow for the whole thing. So, it's a thing. I don't like it. Well, on iOS 17, Apple has finally given iPhone videographers the ability to lock white balance when you start recording a video. And this is all
Mm.
I ever wanted for years for 17 operating systems. So what you do is you go into your settings and And you might be saying, didn't you just have a phone overlay up on your
Yes.
screen? Can you? Yeah, that's my old phone. We don't talk about that one. We don't talk about Bruno. So then, when you're in settings, you go into camera, and now I'm in my camera, and you think, okay, where? I know it's at the bottom somewhere. More lens correction, filters, blah blah. No, you're like, where is this thing? And that's what I thought. Well, my
Hmm.
friends, you have to tap in the record video section. And I've seen this where you select what your resolution and all that stuff,
Yeah.
frame rate is. But at the bottom of this screen, buried clear down here, what do you see? Lock white balance when recording a
Mm.
video. And what this does is now when I have my subject and I hit record, the white balance is locked. Whether I look at a red wall, a blue ceiling, a pink floor, yes, I go to some very interesting places. The white balance isn't going to change. That is the true sign of a non-professional video is when the white balance just changes all over the place. You're like, well, that person is using their cell phone to record something. So anyway, I haven't recorded one thing since I discovered this a week or so ago. And so I'm looking forward to recording something. I think tomorrow I'm recording a meeting. So I'm going to try this thing out. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Very, very good little tip that, yeah, you would not find that just in every day.
it is buried.
Oh man, yeah, there's iOS 17 has a lot of new features, and yeah, trying to remember them all and remember where to find them is fun. But I am getting a message that our stream is healthy again.
Oh,
Oh, wait, that's an email from my doctor. Uh,
oh,
nope, the YouTube stream is healthy now, which is perfect
good.
because everybody's favorite segment is here, and that nobody would want any jitters when it comes to just the headlines. And back to the driveway cam.
And
We
I
need
hope
to
there's
try
no
to get
echo.
that earlier when your wife's pulling out of the driveway.
Hmm.
Yes, hopefully there isn't any echo, but it'll bring dramatic effect to these headlines we didn't feel were important enough to talk about on their own, but we still wanted you to know about them. So here we go. FBI indicts Wall Street banker for doing crimes on Xbox
If you can be doing
360.
crimes, be doing them on the 360.
Yes, the robot wolves trying to scare off Japan's bears.
I hope they're talking about the animal bear.
Yes, 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 they are. I lost my place here.
What's happening?
It's not a long list. Spotify tests voice translation feature for podcasts. Coming to you in Japanese soon. Amazon restricts authors from self publishing more than 3 books a day after AI concerns.
Uh, why? Why is it just
Uh,
now?
yeah. And last but not least, world's first drug to regrow teeth enters clinical trials.
Hmm.
And that's just the headlines.
I'm not interested in regrowing my teeth. I want new teeth to grow out of other parts of my body,
Oh,
like my
there we go.
knuckles.
Knuckle teeth. Trademark that. If this stuff works, maybe you can get some knuckle teeth.
That'd be cool.
Uh, that would be something. Well, let us move on to our takes of the week. And Meta had an event to talk about some of their devices. All the details on Quest 3, Ray-Ban smart glasses, and also their AI chatbots.
Yes, so I'm getting the article up here in a moment. I actually watched a few videos on the Quest 3 because reviewers have been given them to test out.
Ah, nice.
And I'm very interested. I have the Quest 2, and I'm
Yes.
very interested in the Quest 3 because it's way better. It's if the Apple's Vision headset is way up here and the
Yeah.
Quest 2 is down here, the
Yes.
the 3 is Not somewhere in the middle. It's somewhere in
Yeah,
the lower 20%.
40,
Yeah,
20% closer to.
but it's still better. It's got color pass through. There's more augmented reality features and stuff. So anyway, it's like what I have, only better.
Yes, yeah. So it's $500, which what can you get the Quest 2s at now? Around $300, I think,
Yeah,
for
I
the
think they're
lower one.
299, 249, something like that.
Yes, and we'll start shipping October 10th. So yeah, they got this out before Apple's Vision Pro, which is coming early next year. Apple keeps telling us, but that clocks in at $3,500 starting price.
Well, and
So yes, a seventh the price. You could get seven of these for the same price as a Vision Pro.
yeah, and that's the kind of economics that I look at on these type of things. I don't use it that often, and there's like no way I'm going to spend $3,000, sorry, $3,500. But what was the retail on this? 500? I think it was.
Yes,
Yeah,
500.
499.
Yes.
So my plan was earlier when they first announced these was to sell my Quest 2 for 100 or 200 bucks and use that money to fund the purchase of a
Oh
Quest
yeah.
3. And
Yes.
I dropped some cash on my Apple Watch
Yeah.
and
Got a new phone coming next
got a new phone
week.
coming. And I saw, I sent this to Tyler, but about a week after I got this, maybe less than a week, someone I saw posted on Facebook Marketplace one for $350. I was like,
Oh,
why didn't I just wait? Why wasn't I
wait
patient?
yes, wait a little bit longer.
I just keep thinking, well, maybe it was a scam. So,
And Chelsea did let me know we're still getting the echo from Nate when you're showing other things on the screen and you're in the little bubbles.
okay. So I just
Like
won't.
my tech talk, she said. Yes,
I'll
yes.
just
Thank you
let you look
for
up the.
talking behind the scenes with us, Chelsea. I know
Mm-hmm.
that's your favorite part of the show when we're having issues and we work through them live on the air. Although I did talk to Wes today, and he said he did enjoy the process of us
Hmm.
working through some of the things on live. So,
Well,
uh,
it will depend on who the listener is, and
yes,
Wes, of course, is interested in maybe doing this.
yes,
Chelsea's
yes,
probably like, I don't ever want to do that. Maybe if
yeah,
I show up and sit down and you turn it on for me. Not that she's
yes.
not capable, she's very
No.
smart, but she just does the care factor's really low, I think.
Yes, yes. So they've got some AI chatbots and stickers, which everybody has that stuff now, but they've got a new generation of their Ray-Ban smart glasses priced at 299. They'll start shipping October 17th. And literally they have like three sentences on these in this article at Reuters. Users can live stream directly from the glasses to followers on Facebook and Instagram. The smart glasses will also have Meta AI built in with the ability to give information on the item a user is looking at, which I don't know
What if I'm looking at
what,
myself in the mirror in the bathroom?
yes, yeah, I don't know who these are for. But they're Ray-Ban. And they're only $300. So Dave, pick up a pair, sell your Quest, and buy some of the like to have dedicated glasses for live streaming and then be able to ask it or like have it tell you what product you're looking at are two use cases that I do not. And if you're live streaming, don't want you want to show yourself, so you would have to stand in front of a mirror if you actually wanted to be on camera. I don't get it.
So Amazon's Alexa has
Yes, they have their
Ray-Ban
glasses.
thing,
Yeah.
and now Meta does. So
Yes.
what's the magic thing about Ray-Bans? I know people like them. It's like they got it right one time
Yeah.
and they've milked that style for like
Yes.
50 years, 60
Timeless.
years.
Timeless
Timeless, I guess.
Ray-Ban style.
I suppose it helps that some rich and famous people wear them, but
Yes, yes. Well, indeed, that was the Meta event. And I don't know if you've seen these floating around. I've seen quite a few of them on social media, but AI generated subliminal messages are going viral. Here's what's really going on from Vice.
I
They're
have
not going to make
never heard
you
of this.
subconsciously crave McDonald's, but they are pretty cool as optical illusions. So what they do is they create images with AI generators, but then they make, and we're not going to talk about the first one. We'll go down to the second image with the women in dresses, and there's 6 women and a man that are walking down a street. But if you really squint, you can see it says obey, like out of their black
Yeah.
clothing. And then I saw one that was Donkey Kong, but it was like this, pristine village in the mountains. But if you squinted, like you see Donkey Kong there, and
Hmm.
so
Well,
people are
hang on
able
one
to create.
second.
Yes.
Don't talk, and I'm going to flip over there real quick because I
Okay.
don't want it to echo. So here we go. It's the bunch of women and a man, and if you look at the black outlines, there's the words obey. So
Yes.
very ominous.
Ominous,
Did you
but
see it?
yes, I've seen a lot of other ones that are a little bit more fun, like somebody's face in it and different images. So with these AI creation tools, it's like they can build whatever they want and do it that way. I have seen some people are doing stuff. It talks a little in the article with QR codes where you can create these very intricate patterns for QR codes that
Mm,
still work when you point your camera at them, but it's like flowers or like a city or a maze or whatever. So this AI image creation stuff is just wild because the picture, like this Obey picture, you look at it, looks completely like it just people walking down the street, but then you squint and you can totally see Obey there. And so it's a fun thing, and
it's very
keep your
crazy.
eyes out on the social medias for more of them.
Hmm.
And this next one I saw that somebody was looking into nearly 500 brands have exited the smartphone market in the last 6 years.
So not just
Uh,
models, actual brands, huh?
Actual brands.
Hmm.
The number of active brands is down to almost 250 in 2023, which is still a ridiculous number, so far from over 700 in 2017. Now, the fact that there are 250 smartphone brands is craziness. I can't believe that. Obviously we know Apple and Samsung and a few of the others, but I think more in a lower lower priced markets. There, in China, it's just pumping out all these different brands of phones, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we need 700 plus smartphone brands
No,
personally.
seems a little excessive.
Yes, yes, but they do say that um, some of the reasons: inability to keep up with market demand for better specs, design, brand value, and ecosystem integration. That would be tough for a small brand. Highly aggressive Chinese brands like Xiaomi, Oppo, and Vivo, which are very popular there. And I can't remember if we're allowed to import those into the US at this point. And then industry headwinds like the COVID-19 pandemic and component shortages. So, yeah,
Hmm.
if you can't get parts to make a smartphone, you kind of need a lot of little parts for those. And if Apple and Samsung are sucking them all up, it's going to be hard to get those.
Yep. This next story kind of reminds me of a story you talked about last week.
Did I talk about this one last
No,
week?
but go ahead. It was a story involving you.
Oh, yes. YouTube is giving creators violating policies a way to wipe out their warnings. And producer Todd, with his YouTube channel, he gets a lot of content strikes on there. But they are offering, sounds like some little education classes that will
Yeah.
help you if you, yes, mine involved wearing seat belts.
Yeah, but
Um,
it's the same thing. If you go too
yeah,
fast on YouTube, you play fast and loose, you're going to get caught by the YouTube police and you're going to have to take a
yes.
class.
I wonder if you make a YouTube video where you're not wearing a seatbelt, if that's a YouTube violation and they would make you go to a seatbelt class
Man, it's just classes all the way down.
all the way down. Yes. The company says this new policy came about because creators told YouTube they wanted more resources to better understand the rules, which is something that I hear about often. It's like, hey, my YouTube channel was just shut down and I have no idea why.
Yeah.
Actually, my Candy Crushing Facebook page, they just sent me a message one day, said, "You're impersonating a company. We're turning off your page." But I think I appealed it, and it, there are very vague rules on some of this stuff. And we producer Todd, who is a very successful YouTube channel at Dr. RIP VHS, chimed in, said, "LOL, I've had to take the YouTube content school several times. Thankfully, they've given up on me taking it every time I have a strike, or I'd be in school forever." So yes, when he's posting old VHS videos, randomly people will come after him for copyright strikes. And I think the most aggressive one was it knitting or crocheting,
Sewing or
Todd?
something. Don't mess with those old ladies.
No, no, but yes, but Teen Steam with Alyssa Milano still
Yeah,
holds strong.
I turned that on the other day and I was very sad I did.
Yes, yes, indeed. Well, we do have a security and privacy story. No breaches this week, but from 404media.co, which we just passed episode 404.
Hmm.
So I thought that was timely, but food delivery robots are feeding camera footage to the Los Angeles Police Department, internal emails show.
Listen, police, just do your job.
Yes.
Quit trying to shortcut everything by stealing everybody's videos from their doorbells, from their webcams, from their nanny cams, from their
Yeah.
cars. Just do your job. Good
Yes.
Lord.
Or label it like that police robot we were talking about last week and have like a big warning on these robots saying that this footage might be sent to the police department. Be nice to me.
I
But
don't see how they can't see this being a problem.
yeah,
It's the I got mine problem with the world. It's like, well, like maybe one generation's like, well, I don't care about the environment or fossil fuels or anything. I live my good life. See ya.
yeah,
So there, I don't know what this phenomenon is called, but a lot of people kind of do that within different things. And I wonder if it's this, well, we're just going to invade everybody's privacy until we're a complete police state with cameras everywhere like the UK.
yeah,
I mean, I'll be dead by the time it gets out of hand and there's no privacy. So why do I care? You
yeah.
know, it just
Yes.
feels like the people doing it should go, you know what? Maybe we're overstepping our bounds a little bit.
Yes, yes. The specific incident in question was a grand larceny case where two men tried and failed to steal a robot owned and operated by Serve Robotics, which ultimately wants to deploy up to 2,000 robots to deliver food for Uber Eats in Los Angeles. So I guess if they're stealing this robot, if they're stealing the actual robot, yes, then please turn over the video footage on
Sure.
it to the police. But if we're just going to be, if they have a live feed of all of these 2,000 food delivering robots, or have access to it, well,
Yeah. I
privacy
mean,
is dead.
imagine opening your door to get the food and they look inside with this camera and see something inside your house. And next thing you know, the SWAT team's coming.
Yes.
Yikes.
Yikes. Well, let us cleanse our palate after that and stop thinking about privacy. But our bonus odd take of the week. This is, I think I started seeing it pop up on Instagram. They have a YouTube channel. It is an account called, and they have a website. There I Ruined It. And this guy for a long time has taken like the vocals of a song and mixed them into some other, vastly different genres. Now, I will give a warning ahead of time as a very family friendly show. Many of the videos that I watched have non friendly language in them, but I did find one that I put into the show notes, and it is Louis Armstrong sings Low, the Apple Bottom Jeans song, with AI. So he creates an AI voice of Louis Armstrong and uses the When the Saints Go Marching In music, and Louis Armstrong is singing the lyrics to Apple Bottom Jeans, and he's doing some very fun stuff. You should check out some of his other videos. Again, they were not ones that I wanted anywhere near our podcast, but uh, it is this person There I Ruined It is having a lot of fun ruining music. He's even got on his YouTube channel, you can see, like from TikTok or wherever, where he'll have like Snoop Dogg reacting to him ruining his song, or Ed Sheeran
I did see that.
reacting to me ruining his song. So, and then he does stuff like Alicia off keys, where he just wrecks people's voices on stuff. There's a fun one called the Yeah Song, and a song entirely from artists singing Yeah. So he took probably at least 50 different songs where the artist said the word yeah and made it into a song. I mean, I just love this kind of creative energy that this guy is doing. It's so cool.
Editing and changing up the way music works takes me clear back to the DJ Bunny and the Master Mixers or something like that, where um, they would do super mixes, or they would what is it when they mix two songs together?
Mashups?
Yeah, they would do mashups, but the technology wasn't there to do pitch bending and all this stuff. And so they would speed music up or slow it down to get the pitch to match. And then
Yes.
they would mash stuff up together. I think it was DJ Bunny and the Master Mixers or something like that. I had their albums. I thought it was great. But this
Nice.
is so much more far advanced.
Yeah,
Uh,
next level. And I will let you know that he does have a short of the Zelda theme, but it's Wonderwall mashup.
oh, that's funny.
Is just creative. And a quick piece of real-time follow-up from producer Todd about that video that they came after him. It was knitters specifically for a video about vest embroidery for some reason.
Oh, okay. Knitters. Ugh.
Yes.
And since we're doing real-time follow-up, it's Jive Bunny and the
Oh,
Master
yes.
Mixers. So
Yes. And
check them out.
I think it was Todd that told me about another YouTube channel. He's mentioning in the comments Todd in the Shadows. It's not him, but this other
Hmm.
guy that does these amazing, like, mini documentaries on songs. I watched one on I Wish by Skilo. I wish I was a baller. Wish I was a little taller.
How do we know
All
it's not really Todd?
Well, it doesn't look or sound like him. Maybe he's using an AI image in there, but it's a guy in the shadows. And he just put out a half an hour video of just parts of songs where someone says stop and the music stops for a bit. Ah, I love the YouTubes.
They're so
Yeah,
good.
nice. So maybe I'll try to get a link to that one in the show notes as well. But you know what else is so good? Our picks of the week.
So remember earlier we were talking about Temu,
Yes, yes, I do.
like the past month.
Yes.
Um, at
It's all
first
the
I
rage.
thought Temu was a scam, and I still think it's kind of a scam, and they steal all your data and all this stuff. I don't trust them, but I wanted to buy a product on sale. But in order to
Yes.
get the coupon, I had to buy like $25 worth of stuff to get the
Nice.
$300
Oh,
coupon.
they are masters of the deal and the combo and the
Uh,
buy one more thing and we've got a gift for you and the magic box and
yeah.
spin the wheel, all of that
And I
stuff.
was like, you know what? It's worth $40 to try this thing out. If I lose it all, if I don't get the product, if it's not what I ordered, or if, they charge my card and never send me anything, whatever, it's worth a try for science.
Yes.
So I bought this item and some magnets to get over the threshold.
Nice.
And let's talk about magnets for a minute. You buy these little magnets. It's so depressing. They have, they're super zoomed in and you buy them. You're like, oh, 40 magnets. This is going to be great. And you get it and it's in a package this
Yes.
big because they're so small. And it's like, wait a minute.
Yes.
Anyway, so that's just a side note. I've got two very small packages of magnets up there. Uh, but without further ado, I'm going to keep it on this view here while I turn this product. I purchased the I what did I put in the notes? What's it called?
IDM.
IDM for digital message board, I think. Look
Oh,
at this back
oh,
here.
look at
It
that.
says not nerd. And with my ID, oh, I'm sorry, dot matrix. Dot matrix is what it stands for. And look what you can do. This is, I think, a 32 by 32 message board. You can do things like display the time. You can put little animated dot matrixy
Wow,
little
look at
fun
that.
things on here.
That is much better than I thought it was going to be.
I know. And you can even draw your own pictures or you can design your own animations. I haven't found a way to import a pre-existing animation, and the thought of drawing one is a little ominous, but I might just do it. So there you there's ice cream.
Ice
Let's see.
cream.
So what else? Let's just look through a couple of these here. There's
Time,
expressions.
time.
You can do expressions.
Oh,
Um,
and
oh,
you're
look at
controlling
this.
that from your phone? Sorry if I missed
Yes.
that part.
So there is a corresponding app. I
Oh,
guess I should show you the
wow.
app. The app is free, of course, but there's all these expressions, and then there's a festival category
Oh,
of, oh,
as
look, so
there
Christmas is
often is.
coming. The goose is getting fat. Look who's back there. Santa Claus. Um, anyway, I've wanted one of these for years, and through
Yeah,
the
you're
magic
like a
of,
real YouTuber now
I
with
know, and
moving screens in your background.
through the magic of Temu and not wanting to spend as much as they
Yes.
cost on Amazon. So on Amazon, they were, I think, kind of the ones I wanted that were pretty reputable ones were like 60, $80 or something like that, I think. This one was like $30 or $28
Yeah.
or it was pretty cheap. So we'll say it's $25. I don't remember. Anyway, so there you go. Temu. But I got it on a coupon. You got to wait for those coupons. You
Yeah,
don't never
yeah.
pay full price on Temu. If
Well,
you've learned
yeah.
one thing from me,
Yes, yes. It's like Papa Murphy's, never pay full price.
right?
Find the coupons. Well, very nice. I like that. And I think we have some stuff in the works to maybe do some more stuff about Temu because Temu,
It's
it's
just
Temu.
it's how do you describe Temu? It's like the
It,
Dollar Tree where you just can walk around and go, "Oh,
I
I
need
need a
one of
spark
those.
plug for a
Yeah.
dollar. Oh, I
Yes.
need some fake sunglasses for a dollar. I need, you know, a thing of ketchup this big for a dollar. Whatever."
Yeah. No, I was talking to Wes about that today too. There's just you can scroll on there endlessly and it's just like I never knew that existed, but I
Mm-hmm.
need one in my life and it's $2.71 and
Mm-hmm.
so I'll buy one and if I only get to use it once or twice, I'll be okay with that.
And who
So,
cares about all the fuel and labor
yes.
that's involved in getting it over here? It cost me two
Let's
dollars.
not
Who
think
cares?
about that. Uh, well, let me move on to my pick of the week. This
Mm-hmm.
is something that I've been thinking about doing for a long time because if you are anything like me and have been around longer than the last 10 years when we do everything on our smartphones, I have a lot of printed photos.
Mm.
And we've talked about apps in the past. Google has their little scan app, or you can go to work and scan it on the big printer, and then you have to crop each thing. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. I just want to be able to pump through all my photos, have them digitized, not worry about it, and never get rid of these ones because I don't get rid of things, but start scanning my photos. So I found the Plustek photo scanner, ePhoto Z300 scan 4x6 photo in 2 sec, auto crop, and Deskew CCD scanner support Mac and PC. And so what it is, oh, as I break it,
I'm so
ugh,
intrigued.
let's see if my cords reach up to camera view. Not that I have a mess of cords next to my desk. So this is the device. It's
Okay.
got a power cable and a USB B, did we figure out?
It
The
is.
printer type cable. So you plug that in, you download the software on your Mac or PC, and then you've got this thing. And what you do, I've got a picture of me skateboarding in college. I want to have that to be able to share it on social media someday. I just
Woo.
put it in there, did that a little crooked. That might have been faster than two. Oh, I did it backwards, face down. And then I've got a picture of when we were camping in college on the Whitsunday Islands near the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. Definitely want that one in the mix.
Totally do.
Uh-oh, I put that one in a little too crooked.
Oh, it's stuck. Well, it's not like you're trying to balance it on your other hand or anything.
But
We get the idea. Don't break your
yeah,
scanner.
yes. But so what it does is you can just keep pumping photos in the application. It starts showing them up one by one, and then you can go in there, you can rotate. They've got like a little auto enhance tool. You can crop them, you can do all that stuff, and then you just save them out to your computer.
Hmm.
And so I'm very excited because I mean, I just have boxes and albums of photos that we live in a digital world now, and I'm never going to do anything with those that have been sitting in a drawer for the last 20 years. So I will say before you rush out and buy one, if you are someone that lives somewhat local or I might see you at some point, my plan is after I get mine done to loan it out at a reasonable fee so that
Yes.
other people can do this because it was I think it was $200 for the scanner. Now I read a bunch of reviews like we always do. There was some Epson one that was the best rated at $500, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with my plan of I'm gonna buy the cheaper one that's got really great reviews, $200, and try it out. It has it'll do 300 DPI dots per inch or 600. The 600 is a lot slower, and I did a comparison, and the 300 DPI is good enough for any of these photos. One of the things I realized as I started to go through photos is back in the day of film, man, I took a lot of bad, dark, blurry. It's like, what? This.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, look at how straight it is.
Yes. I'm guessing I was doing this while driving in Australia somewhere,
You wanted the
and
sunset.
I wanted the sunset, but it's also a great reminder of how wonderful my iPhone 15 Pro Max is, and just about any iPhone is better than the little piece of uh, piece of plastic that I had
Yeah.
to document my 5 month study abroad trip in Australia.
5 months, that's
Uh,
a long time. Speaking of
it was,
Australia and photos,
yeah.
don't forget this
Oh
little
yeah,
gem.
let's get my scanner up now. Let's see how can we figure out to get your photo through my scanner, the magic of technology. If I
Yeah,
took a picture of that photo with my phone, printed it off, and then I could scan it in.
let's do it. So I'm
Easy
going to take a
peasy.
picture now. I'm going to fax it to you, and it'll put it
Yes.
on paper. You cut it
Actually, I'm
out.
going to send my carrier pigeon towards you.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a little
Oh,
dark, so
shoot.
we'll
Val
wait
was
till
driving
morning.
right near your house. I should have just sent it
Oh, sent the
with
picture.
her.
How will we ever get this taken care of? A photo of
Well,
Elliot, a
this,
Polaroid photo, no less.
yeah, this Elliot photo is going to be stuck here forever. It is impossible to recreate that
Yes.
without the technology that you have.
Yes, and we do have a couple of comments. Producer Todd said, "Temu is the new Wish." That's how you describe it. And
Hmm.
I didn't spend a lot of time on Wish, but I feel like Temu is the new Wish on crack.
Oh,
And Wes chimed in with Temu, none of the stuff you need or want, but still buy it.
none of the
So,
stuff you need or want at a fantastic price.
yes, yes. So, so why not?
Let's see
It's
what we got on
China.
Temu
We love
today.
China.
This week in Temu. Look, starting. Oh, so here it is. I guarantee you this is
Yeah.
going to land on 300. If it doesn't, I'll eat my hat. You ready?
Okay, spin it. Let's
So it's going to be
see.
like, well, spin again because I got the free square. See, one more chance.
Oh,
But
one more chance.
but
Yeah,
second time's going
there.
to be 300. Ask me how I know.
Because you've done it every time.
Every
Every
time I get to 300.
psychological trick in the
Yep,
book.
every time. Boom,
Phew.
congratulations. And that's what I got. And that's what I bought my Nintendo Switch OLED, which I don't
Oh,
know if I talked
geez,
about that.
ruining a no future
Well,
pick of the week.
that's a future pick of the week. But I'll reveal how much I saved by
Yes,
purchasing it on Temu. So stay
nice.
tuned for next week.
Yes, indeed. Well, with that, I think we will wrap up this episode. Thank you so much for everybody that was able to join us tonight on the live stream, for everybody that'll watch it later on YouTube, listen to it on their favorite podcast app, wherever. But yeah, make sure you share it with a friend, a family member, a foe, so we can all get out there and tech better.
See ya.